Hey there, happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, and I'm ready to start you off on our common lit assignment. But first, knock knock joke. You ready? Okay. Knock knock. See these. See these fingers? They're freezing. Let me in. I know. Hilarious, right? I know, hilarious. Okay, anyway. So, common lit. Remember that you don't need to do this video with me. You can read it on your own, answer the questions on your own, submit the answers. Remember that when you get to the writing part, just type in a letter, 2 letters, whatever. I'm not grading that part, so you can just skip it, but you have to type in something to be able to submit it. You know how this works. We do it in class all the time. Okay, second of all, you can do this with a buddy. You and your buddy can get on the phone, or maybe you're video chatting somehow and you want to read this together and answer the questions together. That's fine. Just make sure that you and your buddy are doing well because you and your buddy are getting the same score. Um, also, make sure you're doing it on your own account so that I can see your results. Cool? Cool. Okay, so if you're sticking with me, here we go. I turn the font up so we can see it real big, and now we're going to read. Let's see, which side should I be on? Does this make you dizzy? I know, I'm hilarious. I can see you rolling your eyes at me. I know. All right, here we go. Baseball's girl umpire. In this informational text, Glenn Amara tells the story of Amanda Clement, the first woman who was paid to umpire a baseball game. As you read, take notes on how Amanda was treated as a female umpire. All right, here we go. 12-year-old Amanda Clement raced to the ballpark across the street from her house in Hudson, South Dakota. She couldn't wait to join her brother Hank and the boys for a game of baseball. Would they let her play? She could throw, run, and bat as well as any of them, but they let her play only when they needed her. She would probably have to umpire again. At least she'd be part of the game. Amanda knew all the rules, and the boys could count on her. Over the next few years, local teams began asking her to call their games too. One summer day in 1904, Amanda and her mother traveled to Howarden, Iowa to watch Hank pitch in the championship semi professional game. Two local teams were scheduled to play a game before the semi pro teams. Amanda agreed to be the umpire. Little did she know she'd be making baseball history that day. As Amanda finished the morning game, she saw two men walking toward her. To her surprise, they were the managers of the semi pro teams. They were impressed to make someone feel respect with her umpiring and wanted her to call the afternoon championship game. They would even pay her. Oh my goodness. All right, let's answer question number 1. Here we go. Amanda was asked to umpire because there was no one else to umpire the game. No, I don't think that's the case. The managers thought she made good calls. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. It says to her surprise, they were the manager of the semi-pro teams. They were impressed with her umpiring and wanted her. So they were impressed with her. So that would kind of be the same thing. C, her brothers told the managers about her. No. Or D, she asked the managers if she could. What do you think? I think it's B. Let's see if we get it right. Oh, great work. Continue reading to answer question 2. Sorry, I need to stand up because my legs are starting to hurt. So here we go. Let me scroll down. All right. Making history. The large crowd watched in disbelief. Let's see what that means. Difficulty accepting something is real. Okay. As the 5'10" 16-year-old took her position behind the pitcher's mound where umpires stood. She was about to become the first female paid to umpire a baseball game. Strike! Ball! Safe! Out! Amanda was calm and confident and made her calls fairly. She was right on the spot, watching closely as each play was made. News of Amanda's expert umpiring spread. Newspaper reporters said that she knows her baseball book, is the possessor of an eagle eye, and is absolutely fair. Managers began to ask for her first when they needed an umpire. Amanda was popular with the fans too. She makes a hit with the crowd when she throws up her right arm and shouts, "Strike!" wrote a reporter. At one game, the spectators, someone who watches a game or event, weren't happy with the umpire and insisted on replacing him with Amanda. They decided to collect the money to pay her and hired a car to take her to the game. Huh, that's pretty cool. Amanda became a big attraction. Posters that said, "The only lady umpire in the world," drew large crowds to games. She made an inspiring sight on the baseball diamond. A baseball field is sometimes called a diamond. Her uniform was a white blouse, blue ankle length skirt, cap, and black necktie. Later, she wore a shirt with UMPS on the front. Umps. In those early days of baseball, crowds threw bottles at male umpires and shouted insults like "kill the umpire." But Amanda usually received polite comments such as, "Beg your pardon, Miss Umpire, but wasn't that one a bit high?" And if a player was unruly, un means not. Okay, so difficult to control. Good. She wasn't afraid to stand up to him or take action. Once she threw out 6 players in a game. Whoa. All right, let's see. Question 2. Here we go. Why did Amanda become a well known umpire? Well, let's see. I think it's because she was number one female, but also because she was fair, right? Let's see. She was nicer than the male umpires. Maybe. She knew more about the game than anyone else. I don't think it said that. I think she was knowledgeable, but it didn't say she knew more than other people. She dressed like Amanda Umpire. Well, she certainly did not because she wore a skirt, right? She was a fair umpire and a woman. That's what we thought before we even read the question. So, which answer do you think is the best answer? I'm going to pick D2. Great. Great work. Continue reading to answer question 3. To the question 3 question. All right, here we go. A tough job. Being an umpire was hard work. Amanda made all the calls for the entire game. She couldn't take a break and go to the dugout as the players did. Let's see, dugout, a low shelter by the field where players and coaches sit. And she worked in all kinds of weather. She took special pride in umpiring a game that lasted 17 innings. Whoa. A division of a game during which each team has a chance to score until 3 outs are made against the team. So normal games have 9 innings. It was a long game. On a day when the heat reached 100 degrees, the game ended in a tie at sundown. It means neither team won. Umpiring suited Amanda. Suited means it was right for her. It isn't as easy as it looks, but for all that, there is a good deal of enjoyment in the work. Of course, players kick sometimes, just awful. But not when I'm umpiring. You've got to have confidence in your ability or you won't do well at anything. I think that's true for most jobs, for most things, right? Having confidence. Amanda's career as an umpire lasted 6 years. She called about 50 games each summer and was paid a top fee for the time, $15 to $25 a game. With her earnings, Amanda paid for college, where she studied physical education. Oh, so she became a PE teacher. That's cool. Many years later, other women followed in Amanda's footsteps as umpires. Today, women are referees in professional soccer, basketball, football, and tennis. Let's see what question 3 says. Which sentence describes Amanda's work as an umpire? Difficult but rewarding. I think she did say it was difficult. I mean, 17 innings on 100-degree heat, that's pretty difficult. But she did say she enjoyed it, so that might be rewarding. B, easy and fun. I definitely don't think it was easy. She did say it was fun. I don't think it was easy. Hard and stressful. I think that's an okay answer. I don't know that she really seemed to be stressed out, but maybe. Fun but poorly paid. Well, it says that it was paid a top fee, so she wasn't poorly paid. Which one do you think is the best answer? I think it's A. Let's see if we're right. Great work. We got it right. Also, this is interesting because as I read, so as good readers read, you kind of connect it. Remember we talked about text to self, text to text, text to world. How do you connect with this story? As I connect with this story because I used to be an umpire when I was in middle school. I would umpire the little league games, and I think I got paid $15 or $25 a game. So that must have been not a lot of money nowadays, but back then that was pretty good. It was really good, huh? So this was interesting. In fact, when I was a little kid, if you had asked me what I wanted to be when I grow up, I would have said the first female umpire. But now that I read the story, I realize I wouldn't have been the first female umpire. I think I said in the major league, but who knows? Interesting. This is an interesting article. All right, let's get to the assessment questions. Part A, which sentence describes the central idea of the text? Remember, central idea is not central message. Central message is theme. Central idea is main idea. Okay, so which sentence? The main idea, before I even look at the answer options, let's think, what was the main idea? The main idea was that females weren't usually umpires and that Amanda was really good at it, but it was hard work. Something like that, right? Let's see. People usually assumed Amanda's calls were wrong because of her gender. I don't think that's right. Amanda had to work harder than the boys to become an umpire. I don't think it said that either. Women often make better umpires than men in baseball because their calls are more fair. Oh, well, that's definitely an opinion. I don't think that's the main idea. Let's see. Amanda found success as an umpire in baseball, even though she was the first woman to do it. All right, which one do you think is the best answer? Go ahead and pick. I'm not telling you the answer. Part two, or part B, which detail from the text best supports the answer to part A, right? So which one matches with the one in part A? Remember, they always have a match. So let's see. Wouldn't they let her play? She could throw, or would they let her play? She could throw, run, and bat as well as any of them, but they let her play only when they needed her. Now, does that talk about the main idea? I don't think so. I think that really just talks about the very beginning and how she wanted to play ball. In those early days of baseball, crowds threw bottles at male umpires and shouted insults like "kill the umpire." Let's see. Let me go back. I think that one matches with um, maybe with this one. Or maybe with this one. I don't know. I think it matches with one of those two. What do you think? I think it talks about how it was hard to be a male umpire. Amanda's career as an umpire lasted 6 years. She called about 50 games each summer and was paid a top fee for the time of $15 to $25 a game. Which one does that go with? Oh, I think that goes with this. She found success as an umpire because it said how she was top paid, right? Today, women are referees in baseball, professional soccer, basketball, football, and tennis. Let's see, which one does that go with? Maybe this one? Maybe C? All right, so go ahead and choose your answer for number 2. I'm not telling you the answer this time. Do you feel like we're sitting like at our small table together? I do. In the back of the room. All right, let's go to question 3. Part A. Oh, another 2-part. What is the meaning of eagle eye in paragraph 7? Well, if I click on that, it'll take me to paragraph 7. Okay, 10, 9, 8. Oh, look, it highlighted it. All right, eagle eye. I'm going to reread and see if I can figure out the context. News of Amanda's expert umpiring spread. Newspaper reporters said that she knows her baseball book is the possessor of an eagle eye and is absolutely fair. Does that mean that she has good vision? Maybe an eagle eye. Pretty eyes. Limited vision. I mean, she couldn't see very well. Or an angry expression. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. What do you think that means? I mean, all those things are positive. So which one of these is positive that would be good for an umpire to have? That's what I'm thinking. Good. You have your answer. So we know there's going to be a part B. Which quote from the text best supports the answer to part A? All right. So Amanda was calm and confident and made her calls fairly. Does that have anything to do with eagle eye? Watching closely as each play was made. Does that have anything to do with eagle eye? Newspaper reporters said that she knows her baseball book. Does that show you that she has an eagle eye? Managers began to ask for her first when they needed an umpire. Does that show you she has an eagle eye? Which one do you think is the best answer? Remember, just like before, each one of these pairs up with one of these. Sometimes, usually. But you need to find the match. Whichever one you picked here, that's where you need to find the match to it here. That's how these two-part questions work. All right, and on this one, how was Amanda treated as an umpire in comparison to male umpires? I'm just going to have you type in hi or whatever because I'm not really going to look at this writing. And then you can submit it. Let's see. Okay. And that's it for today. If you want to learn more about female umpires, or you think that this was kind of cool, there are some videos in your lesson plan. I just added them. They are, and this is going to look a little different because it's not completed at the time I'm making this video. Well, it's not coming up. Oh, there it is. So they are right here. Right here. Optional, if you enjoyed the story, watch clips of these child at home. So just some videos for you to watch. It was great working with you today. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. I love you. I miss you. And I will see you soon, my friends. Bye.